What's going on, sauce makers? My name is Mark and welcome to Sauce Stache. Today I'm gonna see if I can make the ancient Chinese hand-pulled noodles. So this one got my attention because I've been seeing a few videos popping around of the ancient method of pulling noodles just by hand, just by stretching them, almost like the dragon's beard cotton candy. Now it looks really interesting, and from what I've seen, a lot of these people practice their entire lives. I know I saw one chef that said it takes 10 years to make a really authentic, good Chinese hand-pulled noodle. So I know I'm not gonna do that. I watched a video with Gordon Ramsay and I know he was struggling, so I'm gonna probably be struggling too. Now the other thing that I've noticed, there's not a whole lot of recipes for this. A lot of these videos, they just show the technique. They're not actually showing like how they make it. So I've done some research and this is what I've gathered. I have 1 cup of room temperature water that's been boiled, 3 cups or 450 grams of bread flour. I have some extra flour for kneading and dusting, vegetable oil for coating the noodles and coating the dough. I have about a half of a teaspoon of kosher salt and an eighth of a teaspoon of baking soda. Now I'm using the baking soda because from what I've read, the water needs to be a high alkaline water. And that should bring up the alkaline in the water. We're just going to add our salt. Let's try it out and see what happens. So we're just going to create our well, and I'm not gonna add all of the water immediately. I'm just gonna kind of put it in a little bit at a time. Everything that I've read and watched describes how the technique is formed and based on feeling. I don't know what it's supposed to feel like. I've just read that it's supposed to be a gummy texture and it's supposed to be pretty elasticy and stretchy. So that's what I'm gonna go for. This needs to be kneaded for about 15 to 20 minutes, so I'm gonna roll with it. It seems like they're doing a pretty aggressive kneading when they do this. Now, I don't know if this is right or not, but this is a pretty tough dough. I mean, this is like really battling here. This consistency is really hard. So right off the bat, I don't know if I'm right. Now I'm just trying to use some techniques that I saw. I don't know if these are right or not, or if this is helping, but I guess we'll find out. Okay, so we're 15 minutes in. I could see why this takes years of practice because it's just years of building up endurance. Holy crap, this is unbelievable. I'd love to hear in the comments everything that I'm doing wrong, so make sure you click the like button and leave a comment down below. Okay, so the dough ball feels pretty smooth. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of vegetable oil on the top of it here, and then we're gonna cover this with some cellophane. Let this guy relax for about an hour. Whew. Okay, this has been able to rest up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll this out. This part is something, I'm gonna try this technique. They do like this, like, almost kind of like a whipping technique, like a jump rope with it. I'm trying to make it as even as I possibly can too. I don't know if this is right at all. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can, there, oh, almost. Okay, who knows? I feel like I'm just like playing with it now at this point. And I feel like it's just, if I start to try to stretch this anyway, it's just gonna break. Oh, see, it just broke. This dough seems real brittle. It just doesn't seem right. Not very elasticy. Let's just try it. And I'm gonna kind of go for it. I got some, this is the first try here. Okay, so that's, oh, and it broke. Okay. Not getting covered. So that's one. So it's getting thinner at the one end. And I can already see where this is not gonna make it. I'm gonna see if I can kind of rebuild this dough and let it sit for another minute. Okay, let's try it again. Let's let it sit for just, let's go for 15 minutes this time. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes. I think the problem was I didn't work the dough long enough. I think the dough got a little too dry. I just watched another street video and it shows them brushing their surface with oil. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna make sure. Now I thought maybe like a little bit of oil would help, but it seemed like they were brushing their surface with oil a lot. And he kept on adding more water. So let's see, all I know is that this looks better. We are gonna do just a little bit more water because I kind of think a good wet dough is kind of key to this. And they were like really kneading this thing out. Okay, that one didn't work either, so cover back up, another 15 minutes. Okay, 15 more minutes has gone by, so this time I'm not gonna really work out the dough. I'm just gonna kind of roll it out, and I can tell you, it already feels pretty stretchy. So just to make life a little easier on myself, I'm just gonna work with half the dough for right now. Just see, it immediately goes tense. I mean, like, it's supposed to be pretty stretchy, and it's not stretching. I mean, I see these people just, you know, it's like if I did that with this dough, it would just break. Ah! It's not the dough that they're using. There's something different. I don't know if I want to keep on trying to work with this dough anymore. Okay. I mean, the dough ball looks good. Warm lid. Let's let this guy sit warm for about 15 minutes and see what happens. Ugh. As soon as I start working it, it's just like the gluten just binds together. See, it just wants to break. I don't get why it's doing that. Okay, so this dough, this can't be right. I'm done with it. There's no stretchiness to this. It's just rippiness. Okay, day 2. I'm doing a different flour mixture. I have a cake flour and bread flour. So let's see if that helps form it a little bit better. I don't know, let's just see. I just hope it comes out better than yesterday's. Okay, so it's 10:34 on night 2. I've been kneading for a few hours. I mean, I've been kneading for like 4 hours on and off and on and off and off. Oh my gosh, my hands feel like crap. Talked to a bunch of people and said they've tried it. I haven't talked to a person that has succeeded yet. If I get 2 pools, I mean, I know you're supposed to get 6 as the minimum. I'm gonna boil those noodles and just go with it. But that's what we got. I'll see you tomorrow. This is unbelievable. It really is kind of shocking. I got into way more. If I would have known it was gonna be this, I don't know if I would have kind of jumped into this project. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. These people, these chefs that make this, they practice for years to do this. I've seen a bunch of tutorials online, but nobody says that they work. You can't legitimately find something that works. Nobody really knows, except the chefs that do it, and it seems like they're not giving it away. I've been doing a lot of stuff off camera, trying to practice, hours and hours and hours of this. I found just a simple way. There's a simple way to make pulled noodles, and it's not the big hand what I wanted, but it kind of works. And I'm gonna say kind of because it's not a super great method, but this is what you do. So we're gonna start out with our highly kneaded dough. Now, if you have a KitchenAid, like a stand mixer with a dough attachment, just put it in there, run it for about 20-30 minutes or so. I'm gonna go ahead and put some vegetable oil. You can use a vegetable oil. A lot of people recommend the sesame oil for the flavor. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll this dough out. Now I know that's not how they do hand pulled noodles, but that's how we're doing it. Then I'm gonna use a little bit of flour, and this is where we're gonna pool our noodles, is right next to it here. Now I'm gonna slice probably finger width and try to get them as even as possible. Hang it around our finger, and then we're literally just gonna pool. And it seems like the trick is you have to kind of let the noodle relax a little bit. So pool and then let it relax, kind of like pull and back, like snap back. It's a good looking noodle, I'm happy about that. So these just need to boil for about 2 minutes or so, and that's it. And then you just make your noodle dish. So I mean, and you can make yours however you want. I'm gonna do some cilantro, green onion, some red pepper powder. I'm just gonna add a little bit of Sriracha. That's looking pretty freaking good. That's like a good looking, so let's give these noodles a try. At first they felt a little light, but now I'm kind of feeling like they might actually end up with a pretty good bite after they sat for a minute. They rested, you know? That's good. Well, that's what I got, the Chinese hand-pulled noodles. Now, yeah, these were hand-pulled, but they weren't done the right way. So let's just say serious respect to the people that have learned this skill. That's intense. That's all I got, sauce makers. Thanks for watching this one. Hand-pulled noodles, it was kind of a failure and kind of a win, but thanks very much. I appreciate you guys. If you're new here, please click the subscribe button and click the little bell so that way you get notifications every time I upload a new video. And if you liked this one, click the like button and leave a comment down below. Like I said, if you know how to make these, definitely let us know. I would love to hear about it. I mean, it's pretty freaking good. These are good noodles. I'm gonna go give some to Monica. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Later, sauce makers.